What's up, y'all? As you seen from the title, oh, I forgot to do the intro. And we back, and we back, and we back. Hey, well, I'm back. As you can see from the title. First off, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Watching the Warrens. This one's gonna be a little bit different because it's gonna be mainly about my fitness, as you guys seen from the title. So, but if you are new here, go ahead and give us a 30-day trial. So hit that subscribe button, turn the bell on. See what you think about watching the Warrens. We coming for 10,000. Like, we are getting there, guys. So, but yeah, as you guys seen from the title, the day my running streak ended. Some of you, or a lot of you probably know that I'm a runner. From my Facebook friends all on to my Instagram friends. That's really how my following got to be, how I picked up steam or whatnot. And so, because I started running, and I started running every day. And so a lot of people was following my journey, and you know, and it was cool. But like they say, all good things must come to an end. So that's what this vlog is going to be about. I'm gonna tell you my true feelings about it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was bummed out, you know, when it ended. So so yeah, without any further notice, let's go ahead and dive into it. First of all, how did I get into running? And I know a lot of people on my Instagram ask me this, and how do you run every day, and so forth and so on. So I really wasn't a runner in high school. I did track, but that was just sprinting. I was like trying to be finished with the race as fast as possible. I never was a distance runner. So of course, when you get married, you kind of get stagnant, and pounds start kicking in. And with me, for Ebony will tell you this, if I'm out of shape, my face is round. And that's Ebony's like, oh, your face getting round, you know. So, but excuse me. So that's how I got into running. You know, I started getting a little round, just playing video games, but eating it healthy. And I was like, you know, okay, this is enough. So picked up running. So once I started running, it was a Facebook group that I was in on Facebook, and it was this challenge to do 100 miles in July. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool, you know. And so I started doing that. My competitive juices kicked in because I was trying to keep up with other people in the group, because they'll post stats of their runs and, you know, and how many miles they're at, and I was trying to keep up. And so I went out for a run starting in July. I ran the first 9 days in July. And then I started feeling a little pain in my heel or whatnot. I was like, oh, I better, you know, I need to cut this out or whatnot. And so after that, I took a day off. And from July the 11th, all the way up until July 11th, all the way up to September 4th, after Labor Day, is when my running streak ended. So it literally started July the 11th of 2014, all the way up to September the 4th. I believe if I have my dates right, of 2018. So a little bit over 1,503 days. So I ran every day for 1,503 days. Now, my streak, it ended. And now I'm gonna go into some detail on that. So, but to much surprise, that it didn't end due to an injury. My streak ended because I got a fever, and I could no longer go out and run a mile. Like, I wasn't gonna put my life in jeopardy trying to keep a streak going. You know, I went out there comfortable to run a mile for like 2 days, and then my fever wasn't going away. Then I wound up having the flu or whatnot, and so that's how my streak ended. It wasn't because of a shin splint. I didn't turn an ankle or anything like that. It ended because I got sick and had the flu. So I'm going to fill it in now from all the great things I were able to accomplish during that running streak. Some of the races that I ran, some of my favorite races, my least favorite race, and all those you know, trials and tribulations of being a runner. And so yeah, so let's dive into it. Okay. First of all, I ran, and a lot of my Facebook and Instagram friends know this, I ran, I wasn't much of a race person, just because running is hard itself. It's hard enough. So I would always I would want to enjoy my runs. I don't want to be out there like trying to run like 7-minute miles, and that's how you hurt yourself. So that was one of the reasons why I believe I was able to run every day for over 1,500 days, because I just went out there and enjoyed it. You know, it's hard enough, so I'm not going to make it extra hard. But in that time frame, I ran 3 half marathons and 1 marathon. Guys, when they say you are in the 1 percentile and run these marathons, please, I mean, people take it hard. Like, them marathons is no joke. Like, I'm not a marathon person. I don't see myself running too many more marathons. Your body just wasn't built for that. But yeah, if I would ran 1 marathon, 3 half marathons, a couple 5Ks, some virtual 5Ks, and some of one of my favorite, out of all of my marathons, first of all, my first one was 1 hour and 54 minutes. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just hoping I would be able to finish the race. That turned out to be my best time ever for my races, for my half marathon. And my second one was like 2 hours exactly, 24 seconds. And then my third one was my favorite half marathon that I ran. That was in Memphis, Tennessee, St. Jude's for the Cancer Cure. It was 1 hour and 56 minutes. And so that was my favorite race. Just because it was the biggest race I ever participated in. There was so many people around, the crowd, the energy. You need that as a runner. Once you can start hitting those low points, you have people cheering you on. And so I really enjoyed St. Jude, running on Riverfront, and the people, you get to run through the Cancer campus and see the kids out there that were able to come out. They'd be like at mile 7 or 8 cheering you on. They'd be out there in their blankets and things like that. So it was just a joy that comes over you, seeing that you're running this race for these kiddos, and all the contribution goes to the St. Jude Center. So by far my favorite race that I ran. Met a lot of people, and it was just an overall fun experience and whatnot. So now I live here in Texas, I do want to get back and run that St. Jude again, but I'm not across the street like I was living in Arkansas anymore. So and I also have some of my medals here, guys, and so I will show those here at the end, just because there's a lot of them just kind of sorted out or whatnot. So now those are the half marathons. I mentioned before, I've only ran 1 marathon. And guys, when I tell you this marathon, I don't want to say it was like a low budget marathon, but at the time we lived in Arkansas, it was in this town called Wynn with, like, I don't know, I guess Wynn had like 13,000 people. I'm not sure. We may have more than that. I'm not sure. It's just a small town. But this race, this marathon, y'all, I got out there like, what am I doing? Like, it was so, first of all, it's the hardest thing I ever done in my life. Like, running a marathon is just, my body is tired and ready to shut down after probably about 14, 15 miles. You know, after that, I'm ready. I need to get somewhere and sit down. So when you're running a marathon, when I'm only at mile 15, I still have, 11 miles to go. And so you are out there, trying to run a marathon, and you just get out there and you get caught up with it. So
he lied.
Ebony, don't do that. She ain't never ran a marathon.
Why you take my lights down?
Huh?
Why you take my lights down?
Don't do that. So, go.
We do it later.
Evan's just playing around. She talking about I'm lying about my race. But running a marathon, I got there like on mile 15, and I just had to find the energy to push through it. One thing was I did not want to go back to Facebook with a DNF. So, I found a way to push through it, cramps, body aches, and things like that. So many senior citizens passed me up when I was running. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, and so, but I did finish. I finished like 10th in my age and my wave or whatnot. And the funny thing is that Emily told me that I finished 10th. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. But it was only 11 people in my age range. So I was the next to last one. And so when you put it in that perspective, like, okay, you finished in the top 10, but it was only 11 people in your age range. So, but yeah, that was my marathon experience. And so I immediately knew after that, I was like, I'm not going to be running too many marathons. I'm typically 5K and, half marathon person. So it's just, like I said, the training for it is time consuming, and you got to run all these what we call empty miles for nothing, because you got to train for the race. And I'm the type of person, like a lot of people, when they run a marathon, it's their first time running 26.2 miles. And me, I don't operate like that. Like, I have to know that I can run 26.2 miles before I go and sign up for a marathon, because the feeling of not knowing I can do it, just my anxiety would be everywhere. So you have to train for that. So in part of my training, it wasn't, you know, a conventional training, because I literally ran 26.2 miles just to make sure I could do it. You know, I didn't want to get out there and be like, you know, on fumes at mile 17 and somebody had to come get me. So that was part of it. It was just, I had to make sure that I could be able to finish it. So, but I will run another marathon once we get out of this pandemic and, you know, things get back to normal. It's just, I won't be in any hurry. I will like for it to be like a huge marathon, like a Chicago Bank of America or the Nashville, or the, they have a lot of big popular races here in Texas. So something like that, something where people could be cheering you on, like on mile 18. Not, I don't want to be out there on like I was in Wynn, looking at this dog on mile 18 and hoping that it's chained up, because if he come after me, I'm gone. I'm not gonna outrun this dog, you know. So so that helps a lot. So but again, guys, running is, like I said, a lot of it is mental, and for me, I did not want to take the fun out of it by always trying to sign up and run these races like a lot of my friends do. And you know, kudos to them. It just wasn't for me. I'm not going to be a person running a race every weekend. And you know, trying to gain all these crazy accolades or whatnot, you know. So I pick and choose which races I like to run. Now, one of my favorite spots to run all time during a running streak, guys, was Lakefront Trail. And you travelers and runners know instantly when I said Lakefront Trail, like who wouldn't like to run there? Nick, if you're watching, Lakefront Trail is in Chicago. I'm talking to you, Nick, from Man Forever, because I posted a picture on Facebook of me and my son. We had the Chicago River in the background, and Nick I was like, where am I at on this picture? And Nick was like, I forgot what he said. It was some kind of crazy place or whatnot, but clearly if anyone, you know, is familiar with Chicago, it was like, oh, that's the Chicago River. So, but yeah, Lakefront Trail, running on Lakefront Trail, Michigan Avenue is just like the best thing ever in Chicago. Like in late June, early July, the humidity is great there. It's not that hot. You get that breeze from Lake Michigan. There's so many runners out there. It's just nice. You get the great view. You go out to all the way to the edge, take a picture with the city in the background. Like, it's just bar none, hands down. So every time we go to Chicago, I always make sure that I get my run in on Lakefront Trail. You know, usually Evan and the kids be asleep, so I get up early, go down to the lakefront, run, get my coffee, and you know, and enjoy those experiences or whatnot. So kudos to Chicago. It's just a runner's dream right there, you know, and that's where the Chicago Bank of America Marathon is ran as well. You get to run on lakefront, so that's just all the more reasons why I got to get in that Bank of America eventually. So, all right. Another thing I want to touch on, guys, a couple things that I did during my running streak. I like to do what I call these double runs in different states in the same day. I was able to accomplish that 4 times, and I lived in Arkansas at the time. So of course I could. One of them was Tennessee and Arkansas. Of course I would be in. I remember one time we was visiting, and I think we did a state vacation where Evan and I went to Memphis and got away from the kids, and then so I got up that morning and ran around the hotel, and then once we crossed back over in the bridge, I ran that evening in Arkansas back at home. So that was pretty cool. I did that. I was able to do that again in running in Missouri and then Arkansas. So Evan's from Kansas City. We would travel there often. So one morning before we left out, I would run in Kansas City, get back home, about a 5.5, 6 hour drive, get back home, unpack, settle, and get a night run. So I was able to say I ran in Missouri and Arkansas on the same day. Another one is Texas. Before we moved to Texas, my brother already lived there. He's been living here like 10 years. So we would come visit him and run here in Texas. White Rock Creek, I believe is the trail that you run that down there in Carrollton, the Dallas area or whatnot. So, but same thing, come visit here during the summer, get a run in that day, drive back home, which is every bit of 6 hours, 6.5, just depends on the time of day. So I was able to run in Texas and Arkansas in the same day. And this is the one I'm most proud of. I was able to run in Wisconsin and then come back home and run in Arkansas. And I'm explaining to you guys how I did that, because it's funny, because my frat brother and I, Ishmael, we went to a Green Bay Packers game. It was in Green Bay. and we stayed in Appleton, and but of course, like I said, I was running and all that, but that Green Bay Packer experience game was just phenomenal, first of all. Oh, and I say Ebony doesn't run. I take that back. Ebony did run. We did run a 5K in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we got to run out of the tunnel on Lambeau Field. They put you on the jumbotron, and you know, I got pictures of it. I should find a way to. Well, they'll be on my Facebook and Instagram. They're on my Instagram, guys. But Ebony did run that 5K with me, and I'll probably put like a little slideshow or something and share that or whatnot. So she did run one race with me. We could do a chit chat vlog on that, and she can tell you about her experience on that. So, but the way I ran in Wisconsin and Arkansas in the same day was, we stayed in Appleton, which is Appleton, Wisconsin to Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's a little bit over 10.5 hours. So just like in the other states, we got up that morning. Ishmael was still asleep, knocked out, because we went to the game. It was a Sunday night game, so it was a late game. We didn't get back to our hotel till like around 11:30, almost 12. So I got up that morning, got my coffee, got me a quick 2 miles in Appleton, Wisconsin, and then of course we got on the road, drove the 10.5 hours. I think we left around like 11. 9:30, or I mean 10 or 11, I want to say. I don't know. It was I know it wasn't 12. It was like around, I want to say it's around 10 actually. But either way it goes, so we drove. It was about a 10.5 hour drive. Mind you, this is the summertime, so it did get dark a little later. But as soon as I got back, it was something I was wanting to do, you know. So I got back home, dropped my bags, got me a quick mile in around the neighborhood, and that's how I was able to say I ran in Wisconsin and Arkansas in the same day. Just something that I, thought of when I was on my running streak. That'd be cool to start running this state and that state in separate day, in the same day. So, but it was just something that I wanted to do. So, but as some of you guys know, I am back running again. I'm currently on 52 days when I go run today, so I'm a long way off from 1,503 days. So I don't even know if I'll get that again. At the time it was just Ebony and Cam and Landon, who lives with his mom, but now we have Nora, we have Evie, a 1-year-old, 3-year-old, school schedule. So of course I'm going to be, going out running, doing the best I can, but I'm not right now doing this vlog. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit 1,500. It just seems like something's going to come up, and just within life in general, So, but I'm definitely going to be back running, staying in shape, because I don't want to have a round face, as Ebony call it. And like I said, I'm feeling good. I love running, staying in shape, and it just gives you that energy to get your day going. And I know a lot of my Instagram followers have been asking about, my running videos and fitness videos, but COVID kind of has that on pause right now, but they are coming, okay? They are definitely coming. So yeah, that's just my little spiel on how I got into running. I enjoy it. Do it for fun. It's not anything. You don't want to make it too hard. That's how you hurt yourself. Just go out and enjoy it. Even if it's just a mile a day. That's the general rule that you gotta have. I don't know who came up with it, but you run at least a mile a day. So for me, right now I'm averaging like a 5K a day. That's 3.1 miles for you people that are not runners. So a smooth 3.1 miles, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So but as I stated, I'm going to show you guys a couple of my medals, what we call our bling. Okay, so 1 second. This right here, if you can see it. I don't even know how to block it off, but this was my very first medal. It was a virtual race that I did, and it was a 5K. So it was my very first medal. This right here was this was my half marathon. When I ran my first half marathon out in 54 minutes, this was my medal that I got. So I thought that was pretty nice. It was pretty big. So bling bling. Okay, another one of my races. Before I do that, these right here, guys, are medals. What you try to do, this one is 2016 miles in 2016, and this one is 2018 miles in 2016. And these are these challenges that you do on Facebook. You can run them solo or you can run them with friends. I have yet to complete these. I think the most miles I ever ran in a year was 1,700, I believe. No, it was 1,800, and that was the year of this one. And I was on pace to do it, but we got pregnant, and so there goes that. This one right here on the 2016, I don't know what happened with this one. Maybe that's when we had Evie. Was it 2016? Pretty sure it was. Both years when I tried these, we got pregnant. That's what it was. And so, of course, your running schedule changes or whatnot. But you still get the medal. It's just like an honor system thing. You don't run a race or anything. You just get the medal, and then, you know, so, but they're pretty cool medals as well. So, my second Heart and Soul medal, I thought that was nice. It was when I went with the blackout edition, so that was a nice medal. Okay, y'all, this is my marathon medal. It is so lame and flimsy, and it's not it feels like if I drop it on the ground, it'll break, you know. But hey, it's my medal. As you say, it says Miss South Marathon, November the 7th, 2015 in Wynne, Arkansas, if you guys can see that. But this is my first and only marathon medal. And my most favorite medal, guys, my St. Jude. You can see that, 13.1. It's a heavy medal. And I mean, it's just a cool medal to me, and so that's why it's my favorite one. It's my favorite race and my favorite medal. So kudos to that. And a couple other medals. I'm not going to really go through all of those, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Like I said, it's a little bit insight on me with the running and fitness, being a dad, a husband, girl dad, and duties, responsibilities. I'm still going to find time to get those fitness in. And I'm going to share some tips with you guys on how I get it done. And you know, it's like anything that you want to do, you're going to find a way and make time for it. That's with anything. And so even with this COVID stuff, you know, I'm still getting my work runs in every day, keeping my distance, getting on the opposite side of the sidewalk or the street when I see a crowd of people, you know, just still being safe and smart. Working out in the garage with my dumbbells, you know, so I want to make sure that I don't gain that COVID 30, you know, when this is over with. I see you, Evie. And so next I will be doing more of these running and fitness vlogs, because you guys have been asking for it, especially my Instagram posts. Instagram people, I'm sorry I haven't just left you guys, but I really like TikTok now. And for the people that was asking, my TikTok is the same as my Instagram, I believe. No, it's not. My TikTok is Sigma 2002, S1 GMA 2002. So I need to start putting all the stuff in the description box so you guys can know. I guess that'd be a good idea. Yeah, duh, Dre. So, but yeah. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumb up. Leave your comments. I would definitely be taking you guys on some of my running journeys. You know what I do to get ready and things like that. So, but if you want to go out and start a running streak, all you got to do, as one of my famous hashtags I use, is lace up and go. Put your shoes on and go. It doesn't matter if it's a mile or 10 miles. You know, you got to start first. So even if you don't believe you're a runner, I never thought I would be a runner, but here I am. I ran every day for over 4 years, and I'm, you know, back at it again. So if you want to put your mind to it, you definitely can get things done. So let's go out and, you know, be a runner, get in shape. Don't let the COVID keep you down. We have a lot of people that are going to be flooding gyms when we do get back to normal. So hey, perfect time to start now. Get that routine going in here at home, and then transition over once you get to the gym. Okay? For now, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. And Dre is out. Peace.